Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be changing out the water pump. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be changing out the water pump and the thermostat and the radiator cap on this 9th gen Honda Civic Si. Let's get it. Alright guys, so before we jack the vehicle up, we're going to break our lugs for the tire. Make sure that your wheels are chalked on both sides. E-brake is pulled. Alright, so the book is causing for us to take quite a bit of loose to take the water pump loose. So I'm just going to kind of go down there at it and see what all we really got to take loose. So first thing I'm going to do is break my drive belt, take my alternator belt off.
I'll take my belt off. So, fully remove it.
Alright, so we got our tire removed. Alright, so it's the new water pump. This is the brand I'm using. There's the part number. Alright. I got this from Summit Racing. They had a deal going on with it. So from the looks of everything, the water pump is sitting in there like this. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3 bolts that we're gonna easily be able to access.
We're gonna have one here, the one here at the bottom, and then you're gonna have this one here. So it's 6 bolts in all, which here's the back side of it.
Alright, so I'm about to break the bolts to the mount. I think I'm gonna only have to take loose this portion of the mount and just this top part here. I don't think I'm gonna have to deal with this bottom part of the mount or this brace. By placing your jack, I wouldn't place the jack in the middle of the pan because it's weaker. Put it somewhere on the edge where it's more rigid, stronger. Anyway, just put a little pressure behind it and then you can break the bolts loose. Ground wire loose right quick. Those 3 at the top was 17. This one here is gonna be a 19. I'm just gonna remove this here out of the way. Set that to the side. And we got some room down here. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is walk you guys which bolts are going to be the easiest bolts to get. So the one that I can get to now is going to be
this top one here. That's the easiest one to get to. Look like I'm going to end up having to jack the vehicle up to maybe access this one because it's squished up against the side wall here. I'm not going to too much worry about the 3 at the bottom, only because I can just lower the engine down and access them from the bottom. So I'm going to try to tackle these top ones first and then go to the bottom. But then I'm going to break all of them before I start taking them all loose. Let's try that.
Alright, so far I got the 3 at the top broke. I was kind of going back and forth from this 3/8 and this 1/4 inch. This extension, well, this adapter, just kind of, and then I was kind of going from the extended one to both of these. They all got different lengths. All right, so one of the hardest ones to get to was the one that's at the bottom on the right hand side, the top right hand. I did see a hole up there on the side. I think if we remove this, we'll be able to access it a lot easier.
So there is a hole in the frame where you can access that bolt, but you'll go through way more trouble trying to access that bolt through that hole than if you would just kind of fighting getting the bolt out. You got to take loose too much. You got to take loose the bumper. You got to take the windshield wiper thing. You just got to take loose too much. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. All right, so to get those bolts loose, it's tight. I'm gonna be honest, save yourself some time, remove all of them out. I already took these 14s loose.
Now the amount of space down there is so much more. Matter of fact, I can get my whole hand down here and start taking this bolt.
So take these 3 14s loose from the bracket and then just remove the whole mount. It's 2 14s. Save yourself some time. The one that's here on the right hand side, get that one off first. The upper right hand side, excuse me, the bottom right hand side. Get that one off first. That one was the hardest one to get real quick. I can't even pull it all the way out. Talk about this. I was able to get it to where I can actually move it. Getting it back on is probably gonna be tricky as crap. So, the two at the bottom here, the lower one is the easiest. This one is not so bad. And then the rest of them are pretty easy. So yeah.
So I'm on my last bottom bolt under here. I think it'd be ideal to have a drip pan. I haven't seen any water dripping yet, but it's gonna start dripping. Oh yeah, it's dripping already. It's dripping. All right, guys, I took that last bolt loose. Just popped it loose here. Should be able to get it from the bottom. Hopefully I can get it down here from the bottom.
Might have been the reason why they wanted us to remove the crank pulley. I can't get it down here.
All right, I hate to tell y'all, but we do got to remove the crankshaft pulley. You can't get the water pump down without removing it. But definitely gonna have to get you guys one of these little jokers. It works. Like, not a game. Anyway, got all that stuff on there. Get your key pin. I'm gonna lose that. And there's the water pump. All right, y'all. With the old and with the new. All right, guys. So a few things that the manual does require or recommend. Obviously, make sure you clean your surface. Compare both of your water pumps. Make sure they're good to go. The rubber seal did come off with this one. It does recommend applying a little RTV. So I'm gonna put a little RTV. I'm probably gonna put some underneath the seal and a little bit on top of the seal. Once your surface is clean, made them together, go ahead and start your boats. Clean the boats too. They recommend cleaning the boats. You can use a little wide wheel brush, maybe some brake cleaner. But I'm gonna get this stuff dealt with and I'll cut y'all back on. All right, so what I've been doing under here with a scraper, I kind of scraped the surface, cleaned it, sprayed it down a little bit with brake cleaner. Make sure whenever you're putting your water pump back, can't no wet be around here. Don't let nothing be wet. Everything gotta be completely bone dry. So how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put a small amount of RTV under here and then run some on top of it. All right, put my gasket back in here. And we're also going to apply something to our boats. So I'm going to go ahead and get it up there and get it started. Hey, sorry guys, one thing I did not add. Before you even put this up here, put the water pump up there, that really hard one, the one at the bottom to the right, the one that's hard to start, make sure that boat is RTV and already placed inside the water pump before you even set it up here. So I got this one kind of started. It was a little tough to line it up, but I did get it started. Once I got it started enough, I went to the top and put that top bolt in, the easiest one. So I just wanted to throw that out there, how to actually get everything started. If you're out here aligning everything by yourself, you got help, it'll probably be a lot easier. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to put the rest of the 4 bolts in and tighten it down.
All right, guys, so I'm not sure what the bolt pattern is. After getting everything hand tightened, after getting everything hand tightened, I tightened the 2 at the bottom first, like the 2 that's on the left and the right first. Then I went to the top, tightened the top one up. Now I'm tightening the bottom one, and then I'm gonna tighten the 2 top on the left and right on the top. I'm just using a 1/4 inch to tighten everything down. I'm kind of just hand tightening them. Don't over tighten it because everything is aluminum. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this stuff tightened up, put my crank pulley back on, put my drive belt back on, then I'll put my mount back on. Yeah, it should be good to go there, y'all. All right, that's the water pump reinstallation. All
right, I have to add, to tighten your crank back down. So per the Haynes book, I'm gonna voice over this. Step 1 is 36 foot-pounds, and step 2, tighten an additional 90 degree. And you're gonna have to use something beefy with an extension on it to get the 90 degree turn and tighten that back up. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to put my drive belt on. I'll show a diagram on how this thing goes. And make sure everything is on and it looks good. There. All right, y'all, that's all that's how to install the water pump. I got everything together, mount on. It's a pretty simple job. All right, one more thing about allowing this this gasket maker, the sealant, to cure. Allow it 24 hours before you even put any fluids in the system. I wouldn't put no fluids in the system until it's fully cured. That way you can assure yourself that you will not have a leak. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. All right, everything back together. All right, guys, well, that concludes the water pump installation. I'll leave a thumbnail for part 2 up above here somewhere. Yeah, it was a pretty simple job. The only thing I could say is to allow your RTV to settle. Once you get everything installed, don't put any fluids in the system. But I hope this video was informational. Hope you guys liked it. Do comment and subscribe. And as always, thank you guys. I'm out.